As you move yourself on the profound journey of emotional healing, you have to learn how to draw strength and wisdom from people and experiences in your life. So if I can give you a piece of advice, you should know what is written in Psalm 27, verse 14. Wait for the Lord, be strong and take heart, and wait for the Lord. These simple yet powerful words encapsulate the essence of patience, strength, and unwavering faith in God during our most challenging times. Emotional healing is a path fraught with pain, uncertainty, and often an unbearable sense of waiting. Whether it's the sickness that ravages our bodies or the heartbreak that shatters our souls, the journey to wholeness can seem interminable. Yet in these moments of vulnerability, this psalm reminds us there is always hope. It reminds us that our waiting is not in vain. One of the most arduous aspects of any healing process is the waiting time. When we are in pain, each second feels like an eternity. We yearn for immediate relief, a swift resolution to our suffering. But, as the psalmist reminds us, waiting is an integral part of our healing journey. It is during this waiting period that our faith is tested and strengthened. We learn to lean not on our understanding, but on God's unshakable promises. To wait for the Lord means to trust in His timing and His wisdom, even knowing that God's chronology is different than our chronology. He sees the bigger picture, even when our vision is clouded by tears and sorrow. But it's not a passive waiting. It's an active and courageous stance. It requires us to be strong and take heart. Not only physical strength, but the inner resilience that comes from knowing we are held by a dependable God. In the throes of emotional turmoil, it is easy to succumb to despair. But it is precisely in these moments of weakness that God's strength is made perfect in us. Our trust in Him becomes the anchor that keeps us steady amidst the storm. We may not understand why we have to endure such pain or why the healing process is so slow, but our trust in God's plan allows us to find peace in the midst of our trials. Now, there is another thing you should know. The waiting period is also a time of growth. Just as a seed must lie in the darkness of the soil before it can sprout and flourish, you too must endure periods of darkness before you can emerge stronger and more resilient. During this time, God is working in you, refining your character and drawing you closer to Him. Every tear you shed, every moment of despair, is seen and valued by God. He is with you in your suffering, providing you with the strength to persevere. It's important to understand that trusting in God does not mean you will never face difficulties. On the contrary, Jesus Himself said, "In this world you will have trouble, but take heart, I have overcome the world." Our faith does not shield us from pain, but it gives us the courage to face it with hope and confidence. God calls you to be strong and take heart. This strength is not something you muster on your own. It is a gift from God. When you feel weak and overwhelmed, you can ask God to fill you with His strength. He promises to uphold you with His righteous right hand. This divine strength enables you to endure the waiting period with grace and hope. Your trust in God transforms your perspective. Instead of seeing the waiting time as a period of stagnation, you begin to see it as a season of preparation. God is preparing you for something greater, something you cannot yet comprehend. Your pain is not wasted. It is being used to mold you into the people God created you to be. Again, your waiting is not in vain. God is renewing your strength, enabling you to soar above your circumstances. As you wait for the Lord, learn to cultivate a spirit of gratitude. Even in your pain, there are blessings to be found. The support of loved ones, the beauty of creation, the small victories in your healing journey, these are all gifts from God. By focusing on these blessings, you can find joy and hope in the midst of your trials. Remember, spiritual emotional healing is a journey that requires patience, strength, and unwavering faith. You can wait for the Lord with confidence, knowing that He is with you every step of the way. Your trust in Him transforms your waiting time into a period of growth and preparation. Be strong, take heart. God is dependable and His timing is perfect. As you place your trust in Him, you will find the strength to endure, the courage to hope, and the peace that surpasses all understanding.